Hello everyone, in this video we are going to understand transportation problem with the help of Vogel's approximation method. We call it a VAM method. Now look at the problem. Supply and demand. O1 supply is 14, O2 supply is 16, O3 supply is 15. Total supply 14, 16, 15 is equal to 45. F1 demand is 10, F2's demand is 12, F3's demand is 15, F4 demand is 8. Therefore, total demand is equal to 45. Supply is equal to demand. Therefore, we can say that supply and demands are equal. This is a balance problem. Now here we are going to apply the Vogel's approximation method. Now for the Vogel's approximation method, the first step is calculate the row penalty and column penalty. Now the question is how to calculate the row penalty and column penalty. For calculation of row penalty and column penalty, first of all, find out the two smallest number in the row and the two smallest number in the column and subtract that two smallest number. That is nothing but the penalty of the row or penalty of the column. Now first of all, we will calculate the row penalty. Now practically see how to calculate the row penalty here. Now in the first row, the two smallest number are 1 and 4, and we will take the difference of 1 and 4. 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. This is the penalty of first row. Now in the second row, find out the two smallest number. Subtract the two smallest number. Therefore, in the second row, the two smallest number are 2 and 7, and the difference of these two smallest number is 5. Similarly, in the third row, the smallest number are 2 and 4, and the difference is 1. Here we have calculated the row penalty. Now calculate the column penalty. Now in the column, find out the two smallest number. 2 is the smallest number and 6 is the smallest number. Therefore difference of 2 and 6 is equal to 4. In the second column, smallest numbers are 4 and 6. The difference is 2. In the third column, smallest numbers are 1 and 2. The difference is 1. In the third column, smallest numbers are 4 and 5. The difference is 1. Now this is the first step. We have calculated the row penalty and column penalty. Now the next step is find out the highest penalty in the row and column. Now here the highest penalty in the row and column is 5. Identify the smallest number in the highest penalty row or highest penalty column. Now here highest penalty is 5, the row penalty. Now we will find out the smallest number in this row penalty. Now here smallest number is 2. Now here for this cell supply is 16 and demand is 15. Allocate the lesser number, that is 15. The supply is equal to 1 and here demand is equal to 0. Though for column F3 the demand is equal to 0, therefore we cannot allocate any unit for this cell and any unit for this cell. Therefore we have marked the cross sign for this cell and this cell, and we will not calculate the penalty for this column. Now again repeat the process. First of all, find out the row penalty and column penalty. Find out the highest penalty between the row penalty and column penalty, and identify the lowest cell in that row penalty or column penalty and allocate the unit. Now let us calculate the row penalty and column penalty. Now in first row, already we have eliminated cross this cell, therefore we will not consider this cell for the calculation. 6, 4, 5, two smallest numbers are 4 and 5, and therefore the difference is 1. Row penalty is 1. In the second row, 8, 9, 7, the two small numbers are 8 and 7, the difference is 1. In the third row, 2, 6, 4, the two smallest number are 2 and 4, and the difference is 2. Again we will calculate the column penalty. 6, 8, 2, the two smallest number 2 and 6, the column penalty is 4. Here also the column penalty is 2 because two smallest number are 4 and 6. Here we will not calculate the column penalty because here demand is 0, and for F4 the column penalty is 1 because smallest number are 4 and 5. Now in the second phase, in the row penalty and column penalty, highest penalty is this 4. Therefore in this column we will identify the smallest number and we will complete the allocation. This is highest penalty, and in this column the smallest number is 2. Now for this cell supply is 15 and demand is 10. Therefore, we can allocate the lesser number 10 here. As a result of that, here demand is equal to 0 and here 15 minus 10 is equal to 5. In the column F1, the demand is 0. Therefore, we cannot allocate any unit to this cell or any unit to this cell. And henceforth, we will not calculate the column penalty for this column. Here also 0. Therefore, we cannot calculate the column penalty for this. In the next step, again we will calculate the column penalty and the row penalty. Now in the first row, already we have marked cross for this cell and this cell. Therefore, we will not consider this cell and this cell for the calculation. The two numbers 4 and 5. Therefore, the penalty is 1, the difference of these two numbers. In the second row, 9 and 7, the difference is 2. In the third row, 6 and 4, the difference is 2. Now column wise, for this column demand is 0. Therefore, we will not calculate the column penalty for this. For F2, this column penalty is 2, 6 and 4. We will not calculate the penalty for this because here demand is 0. And for F4, the column penalty is 1 because 4 and 5. After calculation of this row penalty and column penalty, now select the highest penalty. In the row 2 is the highest penalty and in the column these two are the highest penalty. Means we can say that there is tie between the highest penalty. Now the question is how to break this tie. Now for this case, what we can do, first of all, identify the smallest number in the respective penalties and identify the number of allocation. Suppose if we select this is as a highest penalty, then our smallest number is this 4 and the maximum allocation here can be a 12. Suppose if you select this is highest penalty, then smallest number is 4 and the maximum allocation can be 5. This penalty will give us the maximum allocation. Therefore, here we will select this penalty as the highest penalty. 4 is the smallest number. Demand supply is 14 and demand is 12. Therefore, we can allocate this lesser number. Therefore, our allocation is 12. And here 12 minus 12 is equal to 0. And here 14 minus 12 is equal to 2. In column F2, our demand is 0. Therefore, we cannot allocate any numbers for this cell and this cell. Therefore, here we have marked a cross sign and we will not calculate the penalty for this column. Already the demand of F1 is 0. Therefore, we cannot calculate the penalty for this column. Here also we cannot calculate the penalty of this column. And for F3 also the demand is 0. Therefore, we cannot calculate the penalty of this column for next round. Now the F4, the penalty is 1 because two smallest number 4 and 5, the calculation is 1. For the row penalty, only one number is remain 5 because already this is allocated. We have mark here cross, we have mark here cross. In the next row only 7 is remain. Here is one allocation and here we have mark cross and here also we have mark cross. Therefore, here the 7. For this row we can take 4 because already we have marked here cross and here is the one allocation. Now for this round the highest penalty is 7 and in this row only one item is remain, only one number is remain and supply is 1 and the demand is 8. Therefore, we can allocate the lesser number, that is 1. Here 16, 1 here final supply 1 minus 1 is equal to 0 and the demand 8 minus 1 is equal to 7. For the next rotation, row penalty is 5. For O2 supply is 0, therefore we cannot calculate the penalty. For O3 only 4 is remain, therefore here the penalty is 4. And for F4 column penalty 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. Here highest penalty is 5 and in this row only one cell is remain for the allocation. Here the supply is 2 and the demand is 7. Therefore here we can allocate the 2 as a lesser number. Here 2 minus 2 is equal to 0 and 5 minus 2 is equal to 5. At the last only one cell is remaining for the allocation where the supply is 5 and demand is 5. Therefore here our allocation is 5. Therefore in this transportation table we have done the 6 allocation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of allocation is equal to 6 and m plus n minus 1 is equal to 6. Therefore we can say that this is a feasible solution. And total transportation cost is equal to 4 into 12 plus 5 into 2 plus 2 into 15 plus 7 into 1 plus 2 into 10 plus 4 into 5 is equal to 135. This is the total transportation cost. At the end, I would like to summarize some important steps of the VAM method, that is Vogel's approximation method. In this method, first step is calculate the row penalty and the column penalty. For the calculation of the row penalty and column penalty, we have identified the two smallest number in the row and column respectively, and we have taken the difference of that smallest number, subtracting the two smallest number. After the calculation of the row penalty and column penalty, we have identified the highest number, highest row penalty or column penalty, and in that highest row penalty or column penalty, we have identified the smallest number and we have complete our allocation, and again we have followed the same procedure. This is the process of Vogel approximation method, VAM method.